Hello, and welcome to our overview of the Connecticut Early Learning and Development Standards, or CT ELDS, a tool providers can use to support children's early learning and growth across all settings, from public school to home providers and community-based programs. CT ELDS includes information about what young children ages birth to 5 should know and be able to do, which can help adults support their early learning and development and cater to their specific needs. Early care and education providers can use the CT ELDS to plan developmentally appropriate activities, consider each child's development, and plan ways to support their learning, communicate with families, and identify areas for additional training and coaching. The CT ELDS are an important part of intentional teaching and are meant to be used as a part of a continual learning cycle with the following stages: plan for learning during play, routines, and activities. Carry out our plan, interact, respond, and adjust as needed. Observe and document engagement and impact over time to adapt plans, and discuss development and goals with families. There are many ways you can get started with the ELDS. You can pick a feature you are interested in, explore one domain at a time, or find a training to learn more. The ELDS document includes guiding principles that help you to use standards in developmentally appropriate ways, action guides that you can share with families to help describe the 8 learning areas and give ideas for helping children as they grow and learn, essential dispositions, which outline 6 key overarching traits that help children become lifelong learners, a dual language development framework that helps to consider language and literacy learning for children who are learning multiple languages, and lots of information about child development. A critical part of CT ELDS is the idea of fostering 6 essential dispositions or qualities of successful and competent learners. They are creativity, inquisitiveness, flexibility, critical thinking, purpose and reflection, and social learning. Reflecting on how you promote these dispositions can be a great way to get started with the CT ELDS. Refer back to them often as you plan experiences, develop or choose curriculum resources, or when you are just interacting with the children you care for. Now, let's briefly look at the 8 areas of development or domains included in the CT ELDS. These domains are cognition, social and emotional development, physical development and health, language and literacy, creative arts, mathematics, science, and social studies. Action guides for families speak to each of these domains at a high level and give examples of how families can engage with children for their development. Each domain is also broken down in detail so that you can get a sense of development and learning across skills and across the ages from birth to 5. The CT ELDS offers a deep look at learning and development in each domain, which can help providers fully support children as they learn and grow. It might look like a lot to digest, but don't worry. Once you learn the layout and start to use the CT ELDS, you'll be able to focus on different aspects at different times. You will see here that each domain is set up with the following: a domain, a general area of growth and learning. This includes commonly known developmental domains, but also includes some learning or content areas, such as mathematics. Here it is seen as social and emotional development. Strand, subcategories within each domain. For example, the social and emotional domain includes 5 strands that address trusting relationships, self-regulation, understanding emotions, self-concept, and social relationships. Learning progressions, the next breakdown of important skills under each strand. These include a label for the learning progression and a series of skills and abilities that build upon each other as children grow and learn. Indicators. These are common developmental stages that children progress through across the early years. These reflect what children should know or be able to do at the end of each of the age ranges along the learning progression. Numbering. Each strand within a domain is assigned a letter designation. The indicators are numbered, using an abbreviation for the domain name, the number corresponding to the age in months at the end of the age range, and the number of the indicators in sequence for that age range. For example, L24-3 refers to the third indicator for the 18 to 24-month range in the language and literacy domain. The CT ELDS are grouped into age ranges, with the indicators representing skills, dispositions, or knowledge typical for the end of the age range for each progression. You can work on many different skills across strands and domains during daily activities. One of the guiding principles of the CT ELDS is that young children are unique in their growth and development. This means that children's skills might not align with their age and might vary from one domain to another. It's important to remember that the CT ELDS are a guide for planning and supporting learning and are not intended as a screening or assessment tool. Of course, if you are using the CT ELDS and notice things that cause concern about a possible developmental delay, you should consider using a developmental screening tool or other assessment process to dig a little deeper. And because of the variable nature of development, it's important to look across the age bands as you plan learning experiences and teaching strategies. You want to consider how you are helping children grow across the progression of skills, and think about why this skill or stage might be important as you plan. Getting to know and use the CT ELDS can take some time. There is a lot of information in this 71-page book. One good way to get to know the CT ELDS is to focus on one area, a certain progression, strand, or domain. You can plan an activity that involves the skills, watch, read the CT ELDS, and reflect. There are also support documents and trainings, and additional videos that can help you learn and use the CT ELDS tool. The series Supporting All Children Using the Connecticut Early Learning and Development Standards includes documents with strategies for each strand in the CT ELDS, documents focused on diverse learners and dual language learners, and materials you can share with families. This video can provide basic information to help you explore the CT ELDS and some related resources, but you are encouraged to access training on using the CT ELDS in your setting. A helpful video series around implementing the CT ELDS can be found at Eastern Connecticut State University. These tutorial videos are a great resource to show how the ELDS can be put into practice within a classroom. The CT ELDS helps all of the adults in a child's life, their teachers, family, and others, talk with each other about children's learning and development. You can access action guides, posters, and resources for families by visiting ctoec.org.